Oh! Hello there. I'm the Bradman. Welcome to Brad Manor, my 500,000 square foot, one bedroom home. You caught me in the middle of eating this amazing meal of pasta and meatballs. Meatballs are my great-grandmother's recipe. I've been waiting for this for a little while now. Can't wait to dig in. You know, I'm sure you're probably wondering how this incredible meal is made. Garlic bread, and pasta, and meatballs, well, it's quite the tale, and I'm sure you'd like to hear it. It all started about 3 or 4 hours ago.
At beautiful, stately Brad Manor. Having recently returned home from a dangerous assignment where he single-handedly destroyed an intergalactic terrorist headquarters, the Bradman was relaxing and taking in some thought-provoking programming.
Give it a shimmy. Give it a shake. Good night. This thing is ready to bake.
You know, there is something oddly familiar about that guy.
Letting the pizza come off the front edge and slowly pulling the peel away. Give it 6.5 minutes.
Man, I'm feeling hungry. I don't want to make a pizza. That'll take too long.
It's done.
Wait a minute. What was that?
Cooking with the Bradman. This is episode 3, The Bradman and a Mighty Mouthful of Meatballs. Today, the Bradman will be making a hearty dish of pasta and meatballs with a side of garlic bread. Let's get started.
There's only one kind of sauce I like with my pasta and meatballs.
Pragoo. For that relatively old world, somewhat Italian taste, trust the Pragoo. Can't find Pragoo in your favorite store? Well, then, use the sauce of your preference. Armed with his La Taekwondo spray, the Bradman will prepare the inner pot of his slow cooker. He will then open up and add 2 jars of his preferred sauce into the slow cooker. He will then add some Italian seasoning and some garlic powder, both to taste, and give it a good stir. He'll place the lid on the slow cooker and then activate the slow cooker on a low setting. The Bradman will be preparing some meatballs, about a 26 meatball yield, using the following ingredients: 3/4 pound of ground beef. The Bradman uses 80% lean ground beef. 1/4 pound of pork sausage, 2 eggs, half a cup of milk, 1 cup of Italian breadcrumbs, 1/2 cup of grated Parmesan cheese, 1/2 teaspoon of garlic powder, 1 tablespoon of parsley flakes, 1 teaspoon of salt, and 1/4 teaspoon of black pepper. The Bradman will start by preheating his oven to 375 degrees and place a rack on the center position. Next, he'll pull out the Brad mixer, throw the meats into the bowl, and give them a good rough mix. The Bradman will then prepare his wet ingredients by cracking open and beating 2 eggs, and then adding the milk and giving that all a good whisk. He will then pour his wet ingredients into the meat mixture, and again give it a good rough mix. Ugh, that is gross. In a separate bowl, combine the dry ingredients, the breadcrumbs, the Parmesan cheese, the garlic powder, salt, parsley flakes, and the pepper. Give it a good stir. The beater attachment will be added to the Brad mixer and then activated while slowly adding the dry ingredients to the super slimy meat, eggs, milk mixture. The Bradman will pull out a baking sheet lined with non-stick aluminum foil, and then taking a little bit of the meat mixture, forming a golf ball-sized meatball. Form nice, neat rows of meatballs on the baking sheet. The Bradman will use his blinding fast ninja speed to complete the process. Place the meatballs into the oven and allow to bake for 12 minutes. No turning required. The Bradman will then use some tongs to transfer the cooked meatballs onto plates lined with paper towels. This will allow the meatballs to rest and absorb any excess fat. After about 5 minutes, open the slow cooker and transfer the cooked meatballs into the sauce, giving it a good stir, closing the lid, and allowing to cook for approximately 2 hours, stirring occasionally.
Oh yeah! That smells amazing. But you know what would go great with this? Garlic bread.
The Bradman will begin his garlic bread prep by taking 10 cloves of garlic from this bowl. Garlic. The Bradman will transfer the garlic into a food processor and give it a good mince. Next, he will melt 2 sticks of butter under low heat. The Bradman will prepare an Italian bread loaf by generously applying melted butter to both halves. Then, he will spread the minced garlic, followed up by a good sprinkling of garlic powder. Hey, he likes his bread garlicky. Then a generous amount of parsley flakes for color. Cover the bread in aluminum foil, and when it's close to eating time, bake in a 350-degree oven for about 20 minutes.
It's been 2 hours. Those meatballs are ready. And I'm really hungry. And that's basically the gist of what happened, more or less. Anyway, I'm extremely hungry now and I'd like to eat. Excuse me. Oh my word. Oh my word. I gotta have another one. Well, it is my great-grandmother's recipe. It's amazing.
And so concludes another acceptably adequate episode of Cooking with the Bradman.
Pragoo.